In 1977, a quiet street in Enfield, North London, became the centre of one of the most debated paranormal cases in history. The Hodgson family, living at 284 Green Street, reported bizarre events that defied explanation. The phenomena included unexplained noises, moving objects and disembodied voices, quickly gaining media attention. The case, known as the Enfield Poltergeist, continues to fascinate and divide opinion. The Hodgson daughters, Margaret and Janet, witnessed furniture moving, objects flying, and even levitation. Witnesses outside the family, including neighbours and police officers, reported similar experiences. The house at 284 Green Street became a focal point for debate, with some convinced of the supernatural and others searching for rational explanations. The Hodgson family's ordeal began in August 1977, when Peggy Hodgson, a single mother, reported hearing strange noises from her children's bedroom. These noises were unlike anything she had ever heard before, a mix of knocking and scratching that seemed to come from within the walls.
At first, I dismissed the noises as the house settling or perhaps mice in the walls. It was an old house after all, and such sounds were not uncommon in older buildings. However, the sounds intensified, and other unexplained events began to occur. Lights would flicker on and off, and cold spots would appear in various rooms, sending chills down our spines. One evening, Peggy witnessed a chest of drawers in their bedroom move slightly as if pushed from behind. It was a sight that defied logic and left her questioning her own senses. Alarmed, I called out, but there was no response. The children insisted they hadn't touched the drawers. They looked just as confused and frightened as I felt. Objects began to move on their own, sometimes violently, as if thrown by an unseen hand. Books would fly off shelves, and picture frames would crash to the floor. Toys would fly across the room, furniture would overturn, and doors would slam shut without explanation. It was as if the house had a life of its own, a malevolent force that we couldn't see. Desperate for help, Peggy reached out to neighbours and the police, hoping for an explanation or reassurance. She needed someone to tell her that she wasn't losing her mind, that there was a rational explanation for the chaos that had taken over her home.
11-year-old Janet seemed to be at the epicenter of the paranormal activity, drawing attention from all corners. Janet exhibited unusual behaviors, slipping into trances, speaking in a deep guttural voice, and claiming to be possessed by different entities. These episodes were both terrifying and mystifying.
During these episodes, I would often claim to be a man named Bill Wilkins, who had died in the house years earlier. The voice and mannerisms were eerily convincing. Witnesses, including seasoned paranormal investigators and skeptical journalists, described seeing Janet's demeanor change dramatically during these alleged possessions. Her transformation was startling and left many in awe. Janet's experiences were not limited to the confines of her home. There were numerous reports of her levitating in public spaces, witnessed by many. These public displays intensified the media frenzy and fueled the debate about whether Janet was a genuine victim of paranormal forces or a clever manipulator. The story captured the imagination of the public. Regardless of the explanation, Janet's experiences remain a compelling aspect of the Enfield Poltergeist case. The mystery continues to intrigue and baffle. The case continues to be a subject of fascination and debate, drawing in new generations of paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics alike. The Enfield Poltergeist remains one of the most documented and discussed paranormal events in history.
The Hodgson family's desperate pleas for help reached the local police, who were soon confronted with phenomena they couldn't easily dismiss. The situation was unlike anything they had ever encountered before. One officer, WPC Carolyn Heaps, witnessed a heavy armchair move several feet across the floor, seemingly on its own. This event left her and her colleagues in a state of shock and disbelief. The police, unable to offer a rational explanation, acknowledged the possibility of something unusual happening. They were left puzzled and intrigued by the strange occurrences. Among those who investigated were Maurice Grosse and Guy Lyon Playfair from the Society for Psychical Research. They were seasoned investigators with a keen interest in the paranormal.
The evidence we gathered, including eyewitness accounts, photographs and audio recordings, painted a compelling picture of a house besieged by unexplained forces. The sheer volume of evidence was overwhelming. Their findings helped solidify the Enfield Poltergeist case as one of the most well-documented cases of alleged poltergeist activity. The documentation was thorough and detailed. Despite the compelling evidence, the case was not without its skeptics. Many debated the authenticity of the events, leading to heated discussions and divided opinions.
Despite the compelling eyewitness accounts, the Enfield Poltergeist case had its skeptics.
Critics pointed to inconsistencies in the evidence and suggested that some events may have been staged.
Skeptics argued that the children, particularly Janet, were responsible for faking some phenomena. They pointed to instances where the children were caught manipulating objects or making noises themselves. The skepticism was fueled by the media attention, creating an environment where the children felt pressured to perform. The debate over the authenticity of the Enfield Poltergeist case continues, making it one of the most debated paranormal cases in history.
The Enfield Poltergeist case has been the subject of much speculation and theorizing. Various explanations have been proposed, ranging from the supernatural to the psychological. One common explanation is that it was caused by a genuine supernatural entity, possibly the spirit of Bill Wilkins. Another theory suggests that poltergeist activity is caused by the subconscious minds of individuals present, known as psychokinesis. In the Enfield case, some researchers speculated that Janet was the source of the activity. The case continues to defy easy categorization, highlighting the complexity of paranormal phenomena. Psychological factors, including the power of suggestion and group dynamics, can shape our perceptions of events. In the Enfield case, media coverage and the presence of paranormal investigators may have contributed to a climate where innocuous events were interpreted as supernatural. Group dynamics can influence how individuals perceive and respond to unusual events. The children's accounts may have influenced each other, with each story becoming more elaborate. The human brain's tendency to find patterns in randomness, known as apophenia, can lead us to perceive meaningful patterns in random events. The Enfield case may have been interpreted as evidence of a supernatural force, even if the events could be attributed to more mundane explanations. The Enfield Poltergeist case has left an indelible mark on popular culture and continues to fascinate people around the world. The case has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and television shows. The enduring interest speaks to our fascination with the unknown and our desire to understand the world beyond our everyday experiences. The case has contributed to the ongoing debate about the existence of paranormal phenomena. The Enfield case serves as a reminder that the paranormal defies easy categorization. The lessons learned from the Enfield case continue to inform the work of paranormal investigators today. The Enfield Poltergeist case remains a significant chapter in the annals of paranormal investigation. Decades after the events, the Enfield Poltergeist case continues to captivate the public imagination. The story of a seemingly ordinary family terrorized by unexplained forces taps into our deepest fears. The case challenges our assumptions about reality and the limits of human perception. The enduring fascination is a testament to the power of storytelling. The story's ability to transcend time and culture speaks to its universal themes of fear and vulnerability. The Enfield Poltergeist case continues to resonate because it offers a compelling blend of real-life drama, paranormal intrigue, and unanswered questions. The Enfield Poltergeist case remains an enigma, defying easy categorization. Was it a genuine case of poltergeist activity, psychological distress, or a clever hoax? The evidence remains open to interpretation, fueling ongoing debate and speculation. The case highlights the importance of skepticism, while remaining open to the possibility of the unknown. The Enfield Poltergeist case offers a fascinating glimpse into human perception and the power of belief. It is a story that continues to fascinate, frighten, and inspire debate, ensuring its place in paranormal lore and history.